It's a New Year's kind of thing, when we're all hanging out and we're gonna swing. Well, don't you know that we're gonna talk about resolutions? Did you make a resolution? Some people, they wanna quit smoking. Some people wanna get the fuck out of Hoboken if they live there. Well, that's sad. But hey, it's not bad, 'cause we're talking about resolutions. What did you resolve to do or to not do? Did you say that you're gonna drink less? Did you say that you're gonna eat more protein too in your diet? There's a lot of things to resolve.
I like it.
Like we're gonna solve all the world's problems.
Catchy.
Hi, people. Hi. How's it going? Hi.
Hi.
Down a little bit. Oh, man. It's so great when you show up and it's like, wow, there's a guy sticking his hand in my face. That's what she said. Hi. Hi, Laura.
Maybe you're wondering why I'm wearing a mask.
Let's all ask. Hey, Laura, why are you wearing a mask, kid?
I might have a cold.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to give that cold to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
Let's just thank whatever power you prefer for the mask, right?
Yeah. You know, honestly, kids,
I mean,
life
lots
is
of good
better.
things came from the
Life
pandemic.
is better without the mask. With masks, it just is. Like,
Lots of bad things came from the pandemic, but then lots of good things came too, right?
so many good things came from the pandemic in terms of, like, you know, personal safety and things like that. I don't shake hands anymore. I don't feel like I have to. I just fist bump.
You didn't want to.
I never wanted to shake hands to begin with.
You never wanted to go anywhere and talk to anyone.
Well, there's that. But I think in my defense on that subject, I've gotten better. I think I've actually been a much more social person. I made an effort to be more social. Maybe I made a resolution last year. You don't know. Buzz McPherson's here.
Oh, hi.
I might have made a resolution to be more social last year. How's it working out? How'd I do?
Year?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, that's the reason why I think I did better on the being social front, is because I made a resolution for the year of 2021 that I was going to be more social, going to see more people, going to go out more and do stuff.
I don't really make resolutions.
I don't either.
Do you?
No,
I feel
actually.
like if you're going to change something, go ahead and change it.
Yeah, and
if
do
it may, why are you waiting until
do it any time, right?
Do it whenever you want.
Completely arbitrary.
Do it right now.
Do you ever read a book called The Four Tendencies?
No.
Okay, so it's written by this woman named Gretchen Rubin. I was just listening to an interview with her the other day. Spout off if you've heard of this book. It's called The Four Tendencies, and basically it says that there are, four different types of people. There is the rebel, somebody who just doesn't, they won't go along with, and this has to do with making decisions and things like that. They won't go along with, anybody else's wisdom. They got to do it their own damn way, right? That's how they're motivated to do things. There is the questioner, and we're questioners. And then there's also the obliger. We all know obligers.
Oh, you were just pointing at me. I was like, that's you too. What?
There is also a tendency called the obliger. The obliger is somebody who is, they are motivated by other people's needs. Now, I would like to be more of an obliger. I'm afraid that I'm not. I'm more of a questioner. And one of the ways that this woman, Gretchen Rubin, called the host out with, and this is why I'm bringing this up, is he was like, well, what kind am I? And she goes, well, how do you feel about New Year's resolutions? He goes, they're arbitrary. Why not just change everything now? She goes, you're a questioner. So I'm like, that must be me. I'm a questioner. There's a fourth kind, which is a resolver. I think it's just somebody who has like this internal sort of motivating whatever the hell it is, some sort of voodoo that tells them, oh, I must do a thing, and I'm simply going to do it because it's the right thing to do. Those people are. My mom asks if we are on. She can't find it. Anybody on the? Yeah, we're on the YouTubes.
On the internet in general.
We're on the internets. We're on the YouTubes.
You want to text her a link?
Yes, I do. Can I do that? I don't even know if I can
I'll
do that.
text her a link.
Well, let's just here. I'm just going to respond to her and say that we are on YouTube. We are.
You
on
could send her a
my
link on the YouTube.
YouTube page.
Isn't this fascinating?
I
Watching
believe.
this is just the best, right?
Now,
you're like, wow.
Listen.
What did you guys do last night?
Oh, there we go. Hi, Mom. How's it going?
Oh, there you go. Hi.
So, are you the type of person? Well, I'll just
Jen
ask you.
Carter sees us on the Facebook.
Hi, Jen Carter. How are you? There's Jan.
There's Jan.
Where's Waldo?
If you're wondering, I have a stuffed up nose and a headache, so I'm trying not to pass that along to,
There we
to
go.
him.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that.
Or maybe I just look good in a mask. You don't know.
Kathy knew about Gretchen Rubin, says she's a fifth type, the lazy procrastinator, questioner. Don't make anybody mad. Okay, I think that probably makes you an obliger, kid. From the little that I understand about Gretchen Rubin's theory. You had asked what everybody did last night, and I will go you one more and ask, did you make any resolutions? Anybody make any resolutions? Do you resolve to do anything differently?
David Seltzer.
David Seltzer's here.
Yeah, did you make resolutions? Did you go to a party? We don't usually do anything. Like
No,
we're big
total
like
fucking amateur
Christmas
hour.
people. We do Thanksgiving, but we never do anything on New Year's. Like we'll get together with people, but that's
You are very much a Halloween person, right?
Oh, I love that's my favorite.
And
But New
you know,
Year's Eve, is that anyone's favorite? And if it is, that's fine.
we're not judging.
But-
David Salter says, "Hey, only 64 more shopping days to go. Happy New Year." Yep, I like it. My mom resolved not to make resolutions.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
smart. That's smart.
I am similarly like I don't do the resolution thing because I feel like, listen, I when I'm ready to make a change, I'm gonna make a fucking change.
Yeah.
So
And if
that's-
you don't make the change then, do you really want to make the change?
You don't wanna
I-
make the
you know,
change.
are-
Yeah.
Why are you just making arbitrary
Well,
changes?
I'm gonna wait
for
till
the
New
sake of
Year's to make my
making-
change.
I don't know. Whatever. Kathy is not buying anything outside of necessities this month and not ordering takeout. See,
Okay.
that is a really good resolution, and that is why it sucks to have your birthday in the month of January. Because
Oh, right.
everybody
Yeah,
makes that
everybody.
resolution, and they're like, you know what? I could not get you anything. But your birthday present was also your Christmas present. So
which totally sucks.
and I'm not saying anyone's going to do that. I'm just saying that's why January 12th birthday sucks, because that's when your credit card bill from Christmas comes.
everybody's not in a great mood.
Everyone's like, no, I'm cutting back.
Not in a great mood. Not in a mood for spending or splurging on somebody special. Also, a lot of people are doing dry January.
It's
so
fine.
that's
I don't need anything.
dry January. No, actually, yay for you if you're doing dry January. But it's a hard
did-
time to have a party.
I did half of dry December, actually.
And how'd that go for you?
I felt the exact same.
I do too. When I stop drinking, I,
I felt
feel
this. I
exactly
didn't
the same.
sleep better. I didn't.
No.
Nothing happened.
That feels like
I
double
just-
jeopardy.
I just had no drinks.
Right.
I had surgery, in case you're wondering.
She had surgery.
And
Yeah.
Kathy drinks twice a
She
year.
drinks twice a year. I feel that in the times that I have stopped drinking altogether for like, a couple weeks at a time or whatever, I'm always like, where's my cookie? Right? Like, where's the immediate, I don't feel any different whatsoever. Also, the one reason to do it for me would be fucking sleeping. Am I right? Like just
but I didn't sleep any better.
I didn't sleep any better at all either. So, Eric says he needs to watch less Korean TV. Well, if you're talking about Squid Game, that show gave me fucking nightmares. Hi, Eric. How are you, man? Hey, by the way,
a Korean K-pop
I know.
reality TV show. By the way, speaking of
can
Eric,
we start with our friend
he
Eric?
saved our lives.
So let's back up here. About a week and a half ago, we start smelling this weird smell in the garage.
Well, it was like the 17th. It was like it was like 2.5. It was
2
like a
weeks
long time ago.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
We started smelling this smell in the garage. It smelled like dead animal.
It smelled like dead animal.
and we were like, oh great, dead rat in the garage on Christmas. Yeah.
Isn't that what everybody wants
Yeah.
for Christmas? Just in time. Just
Yeah.
in time. Just what Santa ordered, just for us. And so we go around, we're sniffing, like, and you know how when you smell something awful, it's this human compulsion where you're like, that is the worst thing I've ever smelled. It's like, why do we do that?
I was like, something smells so bad in the garage. Come smell it.
Yeah, you were quite intent on finding the source of this
Every
thing.
day I was like, come sniff the garage.
Oh my God, the
Come
garage
sniff
smells worse than it's ever smelled in the history of garages. And by the way, actually, a quick side note: how do you say? Just say it to yourself silently right now. The thing that attaches to a house where you park cars. Do you say garage or do you say garage?
Garage.
Mom, I think we grew up with garage. Am I right? Go
Garage.
clean the garage. I need you to clean the garage this weekend. Right?
Garage?
I don't think it was. I
You
need
mean
you to clean
like
the garage.
The smooth.
Yeah,
right?
the I believe it's notated ZH, that sound.
Garage.
Yeah, garage.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're in the garage, and we're sniffing around, and we just can't. It seems like it's coming from the wall toward the laundry room.
So gross.
Right, and
it's definitely dead thing.
It's something dead, and we're like, oh, please God, don't be in the wall, because
Right.
it's like that's something that can ruin,
I was
an
like,
entire
let's just
portion of a
find the dead
house.
animal and move on with our lives, right?
Yeah, so-
so we took everything out of all the shelves.
Yeah.
We shone the little light. We had the bug guy out to look for the dead animal twice. Nobody could find it.
And this was what was crazy about
He agreed. There's something dead in here.
But he didn't smell it initially, right? He was like, I caught a little whiff of it when I came in, he said, but then he's sniffing around in the place where we think it is. Like, I don't smell anything. I'm like, truthfully, I don't know if I can smell anything again anymore either.
And it was all I could smell.
It was like the situation where you take your car in because it's making a noise, and for the life of you, you cannot make the car make that noise again. Anyway, fast forward to, what was it, two days ago? So we call up Eric. Because
it was last, what's today?
Today's
Nobody
Sunday.
knows what day it
No,
is,
we
by
don't
the
know.
way.
No,
Happy New Year. What day is it? We're
idea.
all disoriented.
Yeah. By the way, we're going to get to the game shortly, kids. If you're sticking around for the game,
no,
it's going to happen.
We
It's
have a
happening.
special guest.
Oh, we
to
do have a
tell-
special
to
guest.
tell us a story.
And then we'll play the
Yeah.
game. Yeah. But very, very quickly, so I believe it was 2 days ago, we call in the A-team. We call up one Eric Atwood. We're like, dude, we can't, you got to figure this out.
It's been like at least 10 days of this smell before we're like, you know what, Eric? You have to come over here and just open up the wall to find the rat. Like, let's just
tear the Band-Aid
let's
off.
just tear-
We
let's
had
just rip the
shelves
garage open.
screwed to the wall. So this was an operation. The shelves are laden with shit, and then you have to unscrew each of the shelves from the studs in the wall and pull those
hi,
things
Scott
away.
Coates.
Hi, Scott Coates. Happy New Year to you, my brother. So anyway, Eric gets in there, and he's like ready to saw the bottom part of the wall there away. This is like money. Like it's the sound of money. Like, oh God, it's going to be so expensive. And
Like, everything's ready. He's going to saw
before
it.
he does that, he's like, "Do you guys know that the propane tank that you use for your little heaters? We have those little one of those little restaurant heaters for when we like to hang out." In our
Outside.
in our garage bar, it's nice to have one. And, well, it turns out, like, so he's like, you know that there's a leak in that tank, right? Because I can kind of smell that. And Lori calls to me, and I'm not outside at this point. And Lori calls to me, and she's like, "Hey, there's a leak in that tank." I'm like, "I know what propane smells like." I was such an asshole.
That's
about
what
it.
I said.
I was such an asshole. I know what propane smells like. For God's sakes, I'm an adult living on planet Earth for 54 years. I know what a propane tank smells like. So anyway, Eric is just the saw is going ring. And I walk out and I go out and I smell the tank, and that's it. And that's fucking it. It is the propane coming out of this thing smelled like dead fucking animals.
And it didn't smell like rotten eggs, if that's
No.
what you were just about to
No.
say.
It
I
smelled
know
like
what
dead
rotten
animals.
eggs smell like. It was the worst, stinkiest, like, oh my God, our garage is a crime scene.
It was, and
Smell.
that explained the reason
So
why
gross.
sometimes you could smell it and sometimes you couldn't, because
Yeah.
it would sort of waft around in balls. I will tell you this much: I took the thing back to the store where you got them to
I
return
can't
the
believe
tank.
you put that in
with
your car.
all the windows rolled.
No.
Like, what, I'm going to walk it there with all the windows rolled down, and it still stunk up my car, and I still had a headache for half an hour afterwards. So Jesus, that's
So every day, this is so ironic. Like, every day I would go out and try to find the dead rat. And then I would almost throw up, like I would be so nauseous with a headache. And it turned out I was being poisoned.
3 dead mice. Eric did find 3 dead mice in the wall, so it wasn't.
He did find 3 dead mice and a gas leak in the furnace. So propane, he found everything that was
Listen,
wrong.
if you ever have any problems with your home, call 1-800 Mr. Atwood. Mr. Atwood's a name. There, I just
Only-
did a jingle for you, dude.
Only don't call Eric Atwood, because then he'll be booked up and
Mm-hmm.
we will never see him again.
Ray's. Sorry, Ray. I just choked on my own effluvium there. Ray Saloom is here. Hi, buddy. How are you, man? Happy New
Ray,
Year.
it was the best way to start the year, because now when we go into the garage, it just smells like regular garage instead of dead rat. And it's amazing, and we love it. And I've never been so happy to come in and be like, hey, sniff that garage. It smells
Sniff
amazing.
the garage.
God damn, that smells good.
Anybody say garage? Anybody among us?
Garage.
And if you did,
Garage.
where did you pick that up?
Soft G.
Because we're
Soft
pretty sure we're garage people. I say roof as a thing above. I say milk as opposed to milk. Yeah, so regionalisms.
What about meal versus mill?
Ray says his resolution is to bring the Only Show back to 3 days a week. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Nobody wants that, Ray. Only you want that.
For
Trust
you,
me.
maybe.
Trust me.
For
Yeah,
you.
well, we'll do it. Yeah, it's a command performance for Ray. We'll get to resolutions here in a second. But Ange, I just texted you a link. If you want to pop on here, Ange has a story that happened to her that she wanted to share with everybody.
It's impossible, and I can't stop thinking about it. She told it to me, and I'm like, I keep thinking, no, that's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Yeah. So, Ange, if you're ready, kid,
Yeah.
to pop on.
And if you don't want
ready for
to,
your
that's
close-up.
okay.
And if you don't want to,
Yeah.
that's just fine too. Yeah, we're gonna play cards here in just a second. Also, lots of death to begin this year. Anybody else notice? By the way,
How the Pointer Sisters died.
one of the Pointer Sisters died. A local radio commentator around here, a conservative named Dory Monson, just died. But then some very big names. Barbara Walters died, and Pele, one of the most recognizable faces on the planet during his reign, passed away. And then Pope Benedict. You can't speak ill of the dead, but he was not a good guy. He died. I was thinking about this tonight. How long do you have to wait until you use the past tense in a headline? Barbara Walters dies. That only applies
It's like
for
the first 24 hours. It's like when you're telling
instantaneous,
people
right?
about it.
And then
right?
you're past tense forever. Yeah. And she
Where
died.
did you put that link?
Angela needs about 2 minutes.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
we can start the game if we
All
want.
right.
Yeah.
What did Kathy wants to know what everyone got from Santa?
What did everybody get from Santa?
So we have a no gifts for adults rule, so we don't
Which
really.
most of us adhere to.
Yeah, which everyone adheres to except for one person. Can you guess who that is?
Her name rhymes with Jan Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, she gets the most lovely gifts. She
We
really does.
we don't get anything. Well, we got a couple of things from some friends. That
Yeah.
was so nice.
Yeah. We got we got some lovely things. But by the way, Mom, I'm going to be making those. She got me one of those large ice cube makers for an old fashioned. Oh, it's going to be so delicious. I have to
did you?
sneeze. Excuse me. And now, of course, I can't. Yeah. So there you go.
Wait, did you catch the cold?
No, I hope not.
Okay.
Pirates call it a garage. Eric says pirates call it a garage.
Garage.
So anyway, I also got this incredible art book from my mom. She got me so many lovely things. We got so many lovely presents from many friends. We have many Santas in our lives. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
people brought the loveliest stuff, like
Yep.
wine and chocolate, and my dad sent some wine and chocolate. I mean, a lot of people gave us wine and chocolate, which is a really, really good gift for an adult.
It is kind of the only gift for an adult.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what are you going to do? You're going to go out and get whatever the fuck you want, right? That's your
Yeah,
that's-
I mean,
that's
you're
your
going to go out and
prerogative
get
as
your
an
own
adult.
stuff anyway, right?
You know. Hey, it's a show, everybody. It's the time for a show. Let's all have a show, everybody. Happy New Year's. All right. Hey, hi. Okay. Let's play. Hi, my dad's here. My dad is awesome. We played this funny game last night called Ransom Notes. It basically, you get a bunch of refrigerator magnets, and then it gives you a prompt like, give a speech to a graduating class for an art school, and then you have to put it all together. And it's like, good luck, unemployed. It's like, that's basically
Like poetry.
very, very funny stuff. So anyway, let's begin, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so let's
Kathy
jump.
got a fleece. I can't read that.
Kavu fleece.
Some nice face mist and an office chair. Whoa!
Wow, did Tim
Did Tim Iman?
Tim Iman bring that
Yeah.
office chair by far? Oh, Ange is here. Okay, so here we
All
go.
right, all right. So here's Ange's story.
Yeah, we got.
It's a mysterious and fanciful story.
Hi, Angela Garvin.
Hello, you look so pretty.
You look so purty. What's happening, lady? How are you? Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. You okay? You okay?
We can hear you
Yeah,
just fine.
yeah, we can hear you.
So we understand that you had a little bit of an interesting experience ordering dinner the other night, right?
I did. And I thought about it many times. Is there an echo or is it hearing me?
It's just you.
It's just you. We're not hearing the echo.
We cannot hear
Perfect.
it.
Sounded A-okay.
Perfect. Okay. So this is a true story. Everybody.
Everybody else says they have
Oh,
echo.
they said they have echo.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. I know what I need
Shoot,
to do.
hold on. We know how to fix it.
No, I know how to fix this. Hang on. There's literally a button called echo cancellation. How
Okay,
about that?
wait.
Okay.
Do it. Try it again.
Let's introduce, ladies and gentlemen, Angela Garvin.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry.
bring Angela here.
Testing.
You've never seen her.
Okay, yeah, we're good now.
Perfect.
Can
Okay.
you guys hear the echo still?
If you could see our feed, it's literally echo. I hear an echo. There's an echo.
We
By the way,
hear
there's an
you.
echo.
We
Yeah,
hear
yeah, there's
you.
an echo.
We hear you.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I'm building a showroom in Portland, and it's
Woohoo!
consuming all of my time. And most of December, I have had house guests of one sort or another, but mostly work-related house guests. And so it was right before Christmas. I don't even know what day it was, but I was exhausted. And it was the last day. I think the house guests had been there, 9 consecutive days. And so they were leaving that night. And Fuzz and I were at the showroom finishing up, and we were just spent. We were completely spent.
You've been busting your ass, kid. I know.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Yeah, it's been crazy. And so we decided that what we needed more than anything else was an easy night. So we decided that we were going to order Pizza Hut and pick it up on the way home and bring it home to our friends and eat Pizza Hut for dinner. Well, I've been dieting since October, and so I hadn't had Pizza Hut. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get my favorite. Now, this is not a story about pineapple on pizza. Just trigger warning right there. Okay? However, it does feature.
That's what she likes.
It does feature. So I decided I was going to order, very importantly, my Veggie Lovers pizza. Very important that it's pan pizza crust, because that's the best. I don't know what they put on it, but it's
Just like a donut.
Yeah,
so good.
So Veggie Lovers pan pizza with I don't get the olives because the pizza's salty enough, but I'd sub in pineapple for it. And Fuzz and I had driven to the showroom separately, so he picked up the pizza and met me at the house. So I was at the house. Fuzz shows up with the pizza. I think there are like 4 different boxes of pizza, and we're all just, because we were so exhausted, we couldn't even compromise on pizza. Everybody just got their own pizza, right?
Right.
And so I'm starving. I hadn't eaten since breakfast. I open up the lid and I was like, oh, this looks kind of different, but I'm starving. I start shoveling the pizza in my mouth. And I think to myself, this looks weird. And this doesn't taste as good as I remember it. So I actually look closer, and I realized pretty instantly that there are no mushrooms on the pizza, right? Totally random. I was like, bummer. That's like my favorite part of the Veggie Lovers pizza is that mushroom flavor.
You
right?
would notice. You would notice it's your favorite thing. Yeah.
I've been ordering this pizza for 20 years. I would know, So as I'm consuming, I think bite number 2, where I've realized it's missing the mushrooms, I'm already dialing Pizza Hut. I'm like, hi, we just picked up a pizza. We had picked up 4 pizzas, and my pizza doesn't have mushrooms on it. I ordered the Veggie Lovers. It comes with mushrooms, but there are no mushrooms on it. And she goes, hold please. And she comes back and she's like, no, you meant to order the Supreme. The Veggie Lovers doesn't have mushrooms on it.
No.
Gaslight.
No.
Gaslighting you.
Yeah. I said, no. No, it has mushrooms on it. It has mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, green peppers, and olives, but I substituted olives for pineapple. Again, sorry for the trigger warning. And she goes, no, I'm sorry. That's not a Veggie Lovers. A Veggie Lovers doesn't have mushrooms on it. And I said, now, wait a minute. I've been ordering the Veggie Lover pizza for 20 years. It is my favorite pizza in the world. It has mushrooms on it. And this one doesn't. And meanwhile, my guests and Fuzz and everyone were like, it has mushrooms on it. JD was the one that ordered the pizza on his app. And so he's showing me with his app in the phone, he's showing me that it clearly says Veggie Lovers, mushrooms.
And while you're telling me this story a few days ago, I pulled it up on the website. I was like, wait, am I doubting my own sanity?
Yeah.
That pizza has mushrooms.
There's motherfucking mushrooms on a Veggie Lover
That's
pizza.
also my favorite pizza.
Yeah. Okay, but this girl's saying no.
This girl's like, no mushrooms on that
no.
pizza.
And so in response to me saying, I've been ordering this pizza for 20 years, it for sure has mushrooms on it, she goes, please hold. She comes back and she says, well, my cook in the back there, he has been making pizza at Pizza Hut for 20 years as well. And he says that the Veggie Lovers pizza has never had mushrooms on it.
No.
And I was like, wait a minute. I said, is this a practical joke? Because I just feel like I'm so completely exhausted. The only reason we're having Pizza Hut in the first place is I needed something to be easy.
Yeah, and
I'm
you
like,
wanted comfort food. You were working hard.
And now you're being gaslit
And now
by
you're being
Pizza
fucking
Hut.
gaslit by Pizza Hut.
yes.
Right.
And everyone in the background is going, you're being gaslit. You're being gaslit.
Which I guess is good because you're not being gaslit if
everybody
everyone else
if
says you're
everybody else
being
is
gaslit.
backing up your story, you're good. Right.
Exactly. So I said, look, the pizza has mushrooms on it. My friend is showing me the app that he ordered it on. It lists out mushrooms on it. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to just remake the pizza as it states on the app of the ingredients that we're going to get in the Pizza Hut and on the pizza and deliver it. I'm not even kidding you, 2.5 blocks away from the Pizza Hut. It's not a hard trek.
Okay, so I admire you because with my anger management problem,
dude,
I would have just
would've
gone
walked
down
over
there and been like, you know what? You look at that menu.
Look
Here's
at this
the
menu.
app, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So good for you for having forbearance.
So
I don't have control of myself.
I'd really just like you to do that. She goes, well, I'm sorry. You should have ordered the Supreme.
Oh my
I said,
fucking God.
wait a minute. I said, just look at the app. The app clearly states that there are mushrooms on this pizza. She goes, sorry, I don't have access to the app.
Because she's in the store. I hate everyone.
I said, look, this is not okay. And I just want you to remake the pizza and deliver it to me. And she says, you're welcome to complain to the 1-800 line, but you have to order the Supreme if you want mushrooms on it. And I said, and by this time,
it's the principle at this point, right? It's a principle.
Well, it is, but also one of our house guests has worked at Pizza Hut before, and he's in the background saying, every Pizza Hut has pictures in the place where you assemble the pizza, so it's foolproof. It shows this, you know. And I
go look at the picture.
I finally say, look, I said, I know your establishment. I said, people can walk in off the street and order a pizza, correct? And she says, yes. And I said, could you do me a favor, pretty please? Could you just, you know, when people come in and they order, they don't just make up pizza. You give them a menu to pick off of, right? And she says, yes. And I go, could you pretty please look at that menu and look under Veggie Lovers Pizza and tell me what you see? She goes, okay. And she gets back on the phone. She goes, oh my gosh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I will remake your pizza and I will personally deliver it to you. And I was like, great, right? It would have been
it's 2 blocks from your house. Where does it go so wrong?
So 30 minutes goes by, right? I have now eaten the second piece of pizza because remember I was starving.
Sure.
Everyone's long done with their pizza. And a car arrives in the front of the house. And so Dave, who used to work at Pizza Hut, and Fuzz go to the door. I just sit on the sofa. I'm like, I can't. They go in or they go out there. And what happens is some guy, not the lady I've been talking to who said she would personally deliver the pizza, but some guy walks up and says, yeah, I have a Veggie Lovers Pizza. And he's carrying 2 boxes. Okay. He's like, that'll be $31 and some change. And
How
like,
does it go so wrong?
They're like, this is a remake pizza. This is not, you know, we're not paying for this pizza. And then also they're saying, how can a pizza be $31 from Pizza Hut? But anyway, so they get him to, they ask him, why are there 2 pizzas? And he says, oh, well, we're out of pan crust now. So they've given me 2 Detroit pizzas, whatever that is, which is not what I wanted.
What's a Detroit pizza?
It's made with motor oil, perhaps. I don't really know.
Probably
motor oil and human
tasty.
sadness.
I will tell you, it was tasty.
Yeah.
But anyway, they say, you got to call and work this out because we're not paying for this pizza. And so the guy gets on the phone, calls the home office, and yes, in fact, the pizza's free. So he's getting ready to leave it with us. And I said, you better check to make sure there's mushrooms on that pizza from the sofa. Yeah. Sure enough, they open the box, no mushrooms on the pizza.
Wow.
Where's the girl? Did you call back to see why didn't she show up?
This is insane.
No.
And
No, at this point, I'm certain they're spitting in my pizza. But
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You can pretty much guarantee that at this point. Yeah.
he leaves. He says, "I'm so sorry." He leaves. He comes back like 10 minutes later, and they have sprinkled raw mushrooms on top of my Detroit pizzas.
Wow.
Not even
And
cooked.
spittle.
Not
Oh,
even
God.
trying.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no one should pay for this pizza. And my friend was like, no, because they might spit on my pizza next time if they mark us,
Yeah.
they give us the blacklist.
Because he thinks he's Pizza Hut blacklisted now.
Exactly.
Well,
So I know
that
there's
is
a
my-
moral to this story, and I tried to figure it out over the next few days, because it's just everything was so wrong about the entire experience. I thought
Maybe that should be the first question of the game. What's the moral to this story?
Well, actually, Ange, since you're here, I'm going to thank you for that. The
Oh, yes.
excellent story from Ange. It reminds me that we actually haven't had a moth in a while, so you brought us back some fond memories with your awesome story.
Eric Atwood says, please hold.
Eric says, please hold. So, Ange, I would love for you to judge the first round. Are you good for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go, gang. Since we promised resolutions, this year I resolved to always blank. This year I resolved to always blank. All right, and then
The clear answer is put mushrooms on my pizza.
exactly, put fucking mushrooms on the pit. But the answer, of course, Angie, is to put mushrooms on your veggie lovers pizza. That's always do that. This one is specifically for the chef in the Portland the Portland Pizza Hut near you. This year, I resolved to always blank. All right. So Eric wrote 20 years of working at Pizza Hut. That right there is a Tom Waits song, is it not? That is a very, very sad thing for that person to say.
Eric thinks your 2023 resolution should be to yell more.
Okay, so so Kathy says my
To gaslight Pizza Hut.
this year I resolved to always gaslight Pizza Hut, says Ann, says Kathy. Wipe front to back, says
Oh,
Carrie.
boy.
Nicely done. Okay, very good. We're getting into some resolutions now, kids. Watch out. Come for the story.
I like gaslight Pizza Hut.
Stay for the resolutions.
Just
Yeah.
call them up and be like, hey, here's what's on your pizza, man. Your pizza's wrong. Here's what's on it.
Are we? I feel like we're getting a little bit of a delay here. Measure twice, cut once, said the Moyle. Oh, very nice, David Seltzer. Are you actually a Moyle? Because oh my God,
Your mom said always be closing.
always be closing. A always B C closing. Always be closing. That is Alec Baldwin from Glengarry Glen Ross. Laurel and I like to do something called ADHD theater, where
Scott Coates is always going to order the Supreme.
always order the Supreme. Says
That doesn't guarantee mushrooms.
My dad says he's not going to poop in the shower. Kathy says check the
boy.
propane tanks. See, what we do here is something called long form improvisation. We start with a couple stories and then y'all riff on it all night
Eric
long.
says he's going to live closer to Pizza Hut.
Carrie says better to gaslight than gas leak. Live closer to Pizza. Yeah, says Eric. Watch the Only Show, says Kathy. Well, that's good. Have fresh batteries, says Kathy. Okay,
Oh,
and
my
who had the
God.
funniest response to this year? I resolved to always blank.
I have to give it to Kathy for her 3 stellar answers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
how it is, right?
Hey, thanks, kid. We love you. Happy New Year.
You too. Thank you guys.
Love
I'm
you,
so
Ange.
impressed that it's Sunday and you're working and you still look pretty.
She looks amazing. She's been working her butt off,
Can
y'all.
I have that pen?
Yeah, you can have all the pens you want. Listen, my pens are your pens.
Maybe you'll win a clown. You don't
Literally.
know.
By the
Whoa,
way,
what's with this pen?
we were.
Jesus.
It's all schmutzy. That's my nickname for Lori is a little schmutzy.
That's not nice.
It's not nice. My dad, by the way, we're playing this game over Christmas called Loaded Questions, which I've tried to figure out how to adapt for our show here. It isn't going well. But one of the questions was, if you could ask Santa for one wish, what would it be? And his answer was, have a beer with Jesus. My dad's the best.
We
Okay,
played strange board games.
Exactly. This year, I resolved to never blank. Okay, so we've got what everybody's going to do. What are you not going to do? This year, I resolved to never blank.
Never yell at Pizza Hut
Never do it.
because they'll spit in your
funny.
food. But here's the thing.
Terrible things. to
Just
your pizza.
because you risk them spitting in your food that's no reason to not call and say there's no mushrooms on this pizza. I don't understand this story. Where's this girl?
I don't know.
This girl who's supposed to be like Ms. Accountability, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to make the pizza and bring it to your house. She doesn't, and it doesn't have mushrooms. The story is infuriating.
Yeah, the story is terribly infuriating. Uh-oh, I think we're about to go. We're about to go all pixelated. Hasn't happened in a while.
Are we going pixels?
We might be.
Are you on the balls?
Oh yes, very much on
Okay.
the balls. But no, we're getting.
That's what she said.
That is what she. Are you on the balls? Did she say that? She said that. Okay, so here we have. This year I resolved to never drunk text. Says Kathy. Pay my taxes. Says my dad.
Oh, well, that's a good one.
Stop short. Says Eric. Order from Pizza Hut. Says Ange. Smell Eric's finger. Says Carrie. Trust my first instinct. Says Kathy. Go over 18 inches. Never do that. That can cause internal damage.
Don't do that.
Shake Mitch McConnell's blackened hands. Don't do it.
What if it breaks up?
To not use forest internet. Let's see.
If you shake Mitch McConnell's hand and it falls off, are you the murderer?
That's exactly right. Yes, you are. Yeah. That's
No, I'm just wondering.
Here's
Really.
Here's a scorecard for you.
I have a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, buy Twitter. I resolved to never buy Twitter. Let's see. This is you because this is an even number.
Okay,
So
okay.
you decide who had the funniest response, dear Laura, little schmutzy. Oh, little schmutzy. Who had the funniest response to this year I resolved to never blank? By Twitter, says Eric. I love that.
Eric said, I resolved to never be on the balls. All right, Eric, you can have
All
the
right.
point.
All right. Atwood.
Mostly because you saved our life.
You did. Yeah. Okay.
Again.
All right.
I feel like if you own a house, you also need an Eric. Because if
dude.
we
Yeah.
would have been dead so many times over if it wasn't for the Eric.
Oh my God. There are so many times Eric has literally saved our lives. Not least of which was I was going to light fire to that fucking floor. I'm not kidding. We're going to burn this house down. Maybe with me in it. I hated that floor so much. So thank you, Eric. You saved my life. How about
Oh
that,
my
bud?
God. This is okay. Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. And you're like, trigger warning for what? I don't know. Gross stuff. The other day, the dog ate something outside and she shit on the floor all night.
No, boy.
The floor was
It
the
was
house was
rivers of
covered in
poo.
shit. Okay.
Oh God, it was awful.
Because of the new floor, it was so much easier to clean up.
Yeah.
I-
Luxury vinyl plank or LVDF.
And we
or
said,
LVD.
"Oh my God!" Because Eric replaced that floor. It was so much easier.
Thanks,
to clean
Eric.
up. It was so gross. It was so gross.
In 2023, I'm going to improve my diet by eating plenty of blank. In 2023, here we go with the resolutions again. It's a theme tonight. In 2023, I'm going to improve my diet by eating plenty of blank. Sweep the legs. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I like it. Let's see. I'm going to, in 2023, I'm going to improve my diet by eating plenty of...
Oh no, he's gonna he's gonna never sweep the leg.
Never sweep the leg.
That's a
right.
Karate Kid reference.
Kathy says my feelings. Eric says tang. What are you, an astronaut, sir? Come on. What do you mean? Whatever do you mean by eating plenty
He's
of
going
tang?
to space.
My mom says sugar, and more sugar, says Jen Cox. Vegans. Eric is going to start eating vegans. My dad's going to start eating more olives in his Tito's. My dad switched, y'all. He's now drinking some fancy Swedish vodka.
Oh yeah, somebody gave that to him for Christmas, right?
Eric, I think. Didn't Eric give him...
Somebody gave him some fancy vodka for Christmas, and he was like, I like this better.
Yeah, Eric, I think you turned my dad on to Svenska, I think it's called. Jimmy Dean, eating plenty of Jimmy Dean sausages, diet pills, McRibs, enchiladas, and Rocky Mountain oysters. Ray, I wish you the best, my friend. Oyster stuffing, says Scott. My dad says he'll have what Jim Cox is having. People, my mom is going to eat people. Is this an even or odd? This is an odd. Okay, so I'm going to give this one to... I'm gonna give this one to Kathy for my feelings. I like that very much. It's funny. We were talking about how, even when Laurel and I stopped drinking. Yes.
Scott Coates, did you receive a clown in the mail?
Oh, hey.
You should have by now received a clown in the mail.
Get yourself a clown.
I'd like to see your reaction to that clown.
We were just talking, Laura and I, talking about how we are, even though we stopped drinking at various times, we still didn't do a fucking thing for our sleep. And really, the middle of the night is just the very best time to consider every single mistake you have ever made in your life. Am I right, people? Am I right? It's really just prime time to just absolutely just cogitate, like, what? Oh God, and just turning over. You read on a thread recently, it was something like a sharp memory.
Oh,
you know the one.
It's like an electric, like a memory that's so like, for whatever reason, you remember it and you're like, I think, Kathy, we've talked about this before. You have those too. It's like an electric shock. Like, oh my God, what an idiot I was.
Yeah. No, God, just yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, 3 a.m. is the very best time for blank. 3 a.m. is the very best time for blank. Please somebody tell me, because I'd like to make more productive use
Meditation.
of the time when I'm always fucking awake anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well be making the best of it. You know, actually, you've talked about how meditation always puts you to sleep. Why don't you just meditate when you wake up in the middle of the night?
But I'm always so unmotivated. Like at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I
think
I'm gonna watch a YouTube documentary.
I will TikTok. I will TikTok for 2 hours straight. Just boom, one after the other. Just like
I do YouTube shorts.
Eating
It's the
wheat
same
things
thing,
out
right?
of the box.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah,
One right after the other.
one after the other.
Fuzz says just a hug.
Just a hug. Get off my cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. A hot water tank leak. Smelling my fingers, says Angela. Angela's finger speaks for herself. Masturbation. Calling Pizza Hut, says Eric. Settling my debt with my loan shark in a back alley of Calcutta, says Ray.
Why not?
A pee. It's always Scott. Am I right, gentlemen? The minute my butt hits the sheets, I have to pee. Every single time I get into bed, and it's like, I gotta pee. Why do I have to pee?
Okay, so you know that I have sleep apnea, right? And
heard.
my sleep doctor was like, "Do you pee in the middle of the night?" And I'm like, "Everybody pees in the middle of the night. Come on."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No. That's one of the signs of sleep apnea." And I'm like, "Well, then everybody in the world has sleep apnea."
Apparently, yeah.
Like,
I'd
I
never
don't-
heard that.
huh?
My mom says 3 a.m. is the very best time for regrets. And that's
Yeah.
waking up the neighbors. Let's see. Wood, says Eric. Just a hug,
Teabagging.
says Fuzz. My dad says his right hand. David Seltzer says to get off of McLeod. Hey, McLeod, get off my U. That's an old Scottish joke. A hot water tank leak. Smell my finger. Let's see. Calling Pizza Hut. Masturbation. A pee. Tripping into the wall. Ordering a veggie pizza. Wiping front to back. Hookers 2-for-1 special. Teabagging. Discovering new reasons the internet was invented. What the fuck? It's a sign of a middle-aged bladder. So yeah, okay, it is.
Right.
So, dear Laura, who had the funniest response to it? 3 a.m. is the very best time for blank.
I'm giving it to Fuzz for just a hug.
Just a hug.
It's just a hug.
Yeah. All right. Well, this wouldn't be. I just bounced that off my earphone nicely. I don't think I could do that again if I tried.
You have reorganized the entire studio. It's much more spacious now.
Lots of elbow room.
Lots of elbow room.
Like it.
I'm no longer smashed up against the
Yes.
wall. You never saw that part. You don't know.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be an only show, of course, if I didn't try and shoehorn in a little bit of political content. So I've created a new cocktail just in time for New Year's called the MG Teeny. It's called the MG. See what I did there? The MG Teeny. It contains blank. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Distill her into a beverage. I've invented a new cocktail. It's called the MG Teeny. It contains blank. What's in it? Yeah, apart from roid rage and eyes that are just far too close together. Am I right? You just look at
Are her parents cousins? And no offense. No offense.
no offense if you're. I thought you were going to say, but no offense if your parents are cousins. Honestly,
No
really, we don't mean to
offense, no
offend any of our fine listeners
No,
who happen to be their own cousins.
Who's Spectre?
Phil Spector.
Bill Spector. His parents were cousins.
He was definitely 100%.
That worked out fine for him.
Oh, worked out great. Are you kidding? Yeah. Let's see. It contains lies. It contains George Santos.
Contains George Santa.
Nothing.
Contains nothing.
Miller Genuine.
CrossFit.
Buzz says Miller Genuine Twat. That's very good. Organic bullshit. Noise. Everything you hate about people. Yes.
Oh my
in a
God.
drink. Her cousins, her brothers, and her husband's moonshine. Her cousins, brothers, sisters, brothers, husband's moonshine. Says Kathy. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Chinatown. Cousin, your brother. Your
my sister,
smack,
my daughter,
smack.
my sister,
My
da-
daughter,
Don't
get
you
it?
get it now?
Don't you get it now?
Faye Dunaway. Yeah. Insurrection is tears, testosterone, and fraudulent ballots. These are fabulous answers. Let's see. I'm going to give it tonic and buttermelon. I like that. I'm going to give it to Fuzz for Miller Genuine Twat. I like that very much. Here we go.
I feel that Fuzz is going to get a clown in the mail.
Fuzz, you keep going like you are, sir.
You're going to get a clown in the mail.
You keep going like you are. All right. So and yeah. So speaking of just things that you do once you come up with your resolutions for the year, you tend to make to-do lists. Am I right? Of
I
course
did that today.
Yeah. My to-do list: fold the dishes, do the laundry, blank. And by my I mean yours. My to-do list: do the dishes, fold the laundry, blank. Fill in the blank. What do you need to have a complete day here on planet Earth? There's something very, very satisfying about folding laundry, I find, because
I
it's
hate it.
well, but when it's done, it feels great. No, of course, everybody hates folding laundry, but
No, I like
when it's
doing the
done,
laundry. I like gathering up the laundry and doing it. I like washing it. I like drying it. I just don't like folding it.
my dad says he takes a nap. My dad takes a nap after he takes a nap. You know that song, Smoke Two Joints? That's my dad, only with naps. He takes 2 naps in the morning. He takes 2 naps at night. He takes 2 naps in the afternoon. It makes him feel all right. He takes 2 naps in time of peace and 2 in time of war. He takes 2 naps before he takes 2 naps, and then he takes 2 more. Takes 2 naps. Ladies and gentlemen,
We thought
the
we were not going to
toys.
commit to that whole song, but we did.
The toys. Can you believe? Thank you, brain. My brain has been behaving very, very well lately. It's been bringing words to mind. Yeah, thanks, brain. I have to give it proper. Okay, so hide the body, says Ray.
Carrie said, "Have Nick Cannon's baby again."
Again.
What is with Nick
I don't
Cannon?
understand. I don't
What is
understand.
he trying
He's a
to do?
Human sperm dispenser.
Well, why does he just love paying child support?
I guess. Kathy says, move to Washington. Yes, please. Do
Yes,
that.
please.
Call the bug guy, says Eric.
You know what, Eric?
Yeah, yeah.
I've texted the bug guy
Yeah.
now. I've been texting him because that's how often I see the bug guy.
And she says, scream at the stupid ones. Ray says, hide the body. Kathy says, wake up from the nightmare. Fuzz says, call Eric Atwood. Eric says, drop off my big package. Kathy says, switch hands. There you go. Nice. Good. Yeah, you're like a stranger. Oh, hello. I don't think I have we met? You'll say to your hands. And whatever's on my wife's list, have Dip Cans, baby. I like it. Says, yeah, it's a song just for you, Deb. Jam something.
It's how you fix things. Am I right?
Eric says to jam something somewhere. Do a couple more dishes, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Okay. Yes, the toys. I have that album. Film finger puppet porn. Get tested. Try it with my left hand. I mean, Eric, you have absolutely obliterated this round. I don't think there's any other winner other than Eric on this one. Holy shit.
Are you an odd or an even? I'm the even, right?
Oh yeah. So so you score the next 2 ones. I thought for some reason that one was man. All right. Why are my nipples chafed?
Oh boy.
Why are my nipples chafed? Answer the age-old question. Time immemorial. Somebody get a screenshot. Why are my nipples chafed?
Hold on,
Ladies and
I'll take
gentlemen.
a screenshot.
No,
There you
no.
Okay, there you go. Is it CHAFED?
I think I got it right.
Two F's or what?
No, that'd be chaffed, as in the wheat from the chaff.
Well, I spelled it wrong. So there we are.
No, you didn't. It's right there. You got a C. You got one F.
No, that's what I was asking. Is it 2 F's or what?
One.
Okay.
Rusty razors. Oh, who's shaving their nipples? Don't shave your nipples. That's a terrible idea.
No.
Because I tried breastfeeding. Okay.
Oh boy.
Phone fell on them too many times, says Ray. Crawling on the sidewalk, says Dan. That'll do it.
Crawling on the sidewalk because it's snowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see that one where someone was crawling on the sidewalk?
Oh, because they couldn't get their footing because it was too
Yeah.
icy. There were some shots of downtown Seattle.
That was in that compilation.
Oh
Someone
my
was
God.
crawling, inching along
It
the
was
sidewalk.
Clown town in Seattle when it was like all it takes is like a quarter inch of frozen water all over the streets of Seattle for it to just break into utter mayhem.
Why is everything so urgent when it snows and then freezes? It's like, oh my God, I have to have that sandwich right now.
Scott Coe says, from Ben Stiller's milking. So
Yeah.
Ben Stiller milked you, apparently.
I mean, the best answer.
Carrie says, Nick Cannon's babies aren't going to feed themselves.
I don't think so.
Beard stubble says, they got caught in my waistband. Oh, Kathy, stop. Oh, Kathy. Hugging my chia pet too tightly. Oh, my goodness. All right, Laura, you get the next 2. Who are the funniest response? On
I'm
this
going
one?
to give it to Scott Coates for that strange answer.
I loved it.
Ben Stiller's milking.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey guys, on the real, how does Santa deliver all those toys in one night? On the real, what's real talk here on the Fine Only show? How does Santa deliver all those toys in one night?
We had some we hosted Christmas and
Yeah.
oh wait, I should type this first.
So I think I know what you're going to say, and what I think she's going to say is we played a game. There were a series of games that the whole theme was election. Somebody's going to run for president of Christmas, and we played a lot of games. Ange and Fuzz joined us on Zoom, and for the round that was very similar to COVID cards, which was the debate round, we called it. It is very, very clear to me that all of you people have become
You're elite comedy
exceptionally
writers now.
gifted comedy writers. Like every single one of you belongs. You have earned your stripes. You all belong in a writer's room someplace. My God. Ange and Fuzz crushed it that night.
So
Absolutely
funny.
crushed it.
So funny.
I can't even imagine if the rest of y'all had been there. Insane. Italian speed train, says my mom. Nice. Amazon, says my dad. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's Bezos Claus. Scott Coates, mass hallucination, says Kathy. Mrs. Claus is a flogging sexpert. I like that, says Ange. Fuzz says Antarctica Prime. That's very specific. Fuzz, you want that. He wants that clown. He's playing for the clown.
Buzz is he's aching for a clown in the mail.
Eric says,
one-armed clown.
Eric says he isn't really you, moronic little 6-year-old. Thank you.
So what I was going to say was we hosted Christmas and we had some little kids over here. And they were like, one of them was 5 years old and he was saying like something about how Santa didn't come to his house or something. And I was like, no, Santa comes to everyone's house. And he said something about how does Santa get in your fireplace? Your chimney is really narrow. How does Santa get in there? And I said, oh, magic. He shrinks himself down and then he like reforms himself.
Good
whatever.
answer. Yeah.
And then the other two kids are like, nah, Santa skipped he's gonna skip your house too. And I'm like, aren't we supposed to like maintain the magic? Like we're supposed to have a whole story. Wait, did somebody say something?
Yes, you got, but please continue. Kathy, if I'm judging this round, Kathy just won the round. So anyway,
Southwest Airlines?
Yes, Southwest Airlines, yeah. That would be how not to deliver all the toys in one night.
No.
Is that still yours?
No, you go ahead.
Oh, well, but I laughed over your story.
No,
I couldn't help it. Kathy amused me. So anyway, you're telling the children that that Santa has to shrink himself down to get through our very narrow chimney. Did they buy it?
And some of the other children were like, nah, he skipped our house. And I'm like, are children acting like adults now? Are we all just out
Cynical children, cynicism in children.
Are we going, because I thought, oh, we have to do this whole Santa's real thing.
Sure,
but
yeah.
then the children weren't really buying into it. And
We're working way too hard for this.
Did I not get the memo? Are we not doing the Santa's real thing anymore? I thought we were
it's
doing
off.
that.
I'm sorry, Santa.
I thought we were doing that.
Yeah, Santa got canceled.
I'm fine with improv. I can tell a great story. So, what are we doing now? I wanted to take the 12, you see 13, 12 or something? I wanted to take him aside and go, what are we doing now? Can you just brief me on what's happening? Because I don't know.
Well, the 13-year-old is the one who will spill it to the other ones. Like, hey, guess what? Santa's not real. And ruin it for the others, right?
Maybe he did that. I don't know what. I was like, can someone fill me in? I don't know what's happening.
Why does it smell like death in here?
In the garage.
Yeah, or anywhere, really. Why does it smell like death in here? I'll tell you this much. You'll need Eric Atwood to help solve the problem.
I waited so long before I texted Eric too, because I was like, we can solve our own problems, but we can't.
But we couldn't, not without Eric. We need him. We need him.
I tried. I tried for 15 days to figure it out, and I couldn't figure it out. And Eric figured it out in one day, without even cutting the wall. He was like, "Here's the problem right here." Okay, I'm going.
He actually was into the mystery with us, though. To his credit,
he was into it. He was like,
"Well, I got to figure this."
I do smell a smell.
And actually,
you're not wrong.
Before he came over, you said, and I agreed that like the reason to call Eric, apart from the fact that he's awesome and he does a great job and he's our friend.
He's a great problem solver.
He's a great problem solver and he doesn't give up, right?
Yeah.
Once there's a problem, he's
gonna
MacGyver away.
He's like, you're right. There is something.
There's something there. I smell
I'm going to figure out
Let's fucking figure it out. And so he did. Let's see. Somebody put ground beef and onions in the trifle, says Carrie. Portal to MGT's hole. Oh, wow. Angela. Nice. Because someone died, says Eric. Kathy says, sorry, I ate dairy. Let's see. Let's see. I took too many blood thinners, says Kathy. Ray says because he didn't finish his to-do list. Scott is backing us up on Kathy ate dairy. That's funny. There are flies on the windscreen, says Fuzz. That's a Depeche Mode reference.
Flies on the windscreen.
This is your round to judge, dear Laura. Who had the funniest? Oh, Pope Benedict is in my pantry. Honestly, Mom, you need to call an exorcist right away. He's a very powerful ghost. Plus, I understand he has Cadillac taste. Boy, oh boy, that guy.
What was he calling a tailor for? His Pope?
Yeah, always his Pope regalia. Yeah, and a little Pope hat that looks like an upside down postal digger. Remember those?
His post moo.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that thing called? How can they tailor
raiment?
That?
I believe it's called.
How can it look better?
It is called a raiment. But thank you, brain. I have to keep saying thank you, brain. My brain is coming up. Whether Raymond is right or not, it was the word I was thinking of, which is really the appropriate thing, right?
Raymond?
Raymond, Raiment. Yeah, that was that. The dog ate raw
The
chicken.
dog ate
Oh,
raw
God.
chicken.
The Mormons wouldn't stop
We did
talking
not feed her raw chicken.
because we're in the Superdome. All right, so dear Laura, who had the funniest response?
No, you
Yes.
have one that you have to judge.
No, I judged the last one.
Oh, you did too many, so I didn't do enough.
Well, because I laughed at Kathy's
Mhm.
Southwest
That's
Airlines.
right.
So, beep, 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 beep.
Eric says the wife nagged me.
Yeah.
Kathy, I took too many blood thinners. All of these are funny.
Yes, they are.
Oh, let's
Which was the
see.
funniest?
I'm gonna go with Jan with Pope Benedict.
I
is
love
in
that.
My
Yeah,
pantry.
yeah, good call. Excellent call. Very good.
There's a Pope in my pantry.
Open my pantry. Yes, call an exorcist immediately. It better be a good one. This time of year, I like to curl up with a nice blanket. So it's just so cozy. This time of year, I like to curl up with a nice blanket. It was nice today out. I was surprised. It was sunny, and it was almost as if the weather was saying, you know, all that ice and like
Sorry about
freezing your entire driveway and making your entire house inaccessible to humans for days at a time. We're sorry. Here on New Year's, have a very nice day, and we did.
I never got all the Christmas cards. Like, I never checked the mailbox that's way up the street because the street was made of ice, so you couldn't really get there. So today I got all the mail from the past couple of weeks, and there were 12 or 13 Christmas cards in there. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's funny. I was wondering where everyone's Christmas card was. Like, did we
I
fall off
thought,
the
yeah,
list?
honestly,
What
I thought
happened?
maybe we didn't
Does
rate
everyone
anymore.
hate us now, or did
Yeah.
no one do Christmas cards? No, they were all in the frozen mailbox.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you ever send us,
Also, that
Christmas
mailbox is in
cards.
front of the house of a neighbor I don't like, so
yeah,
to be
yeah,
fair.
but we've said her name.
I
haven't
don't go up there.
we? Yeah. Anyway,
I don't go
let's
up
see. A nice cup of indecision.
because I have to
Kathy.
use her driveway to turn around when I drive up there. I'm not going to do that. I
All
don't
right.
like that.
All right. This time of year, I like to curl up with a nice stranger from Bumble, says Kathy. Orgasm, says Ange. Cologuard, says Eric.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing the colonoscopy.
It's a
I'm not
poop in
doing
a
either of
box.
those.
Bam. Well, you don't have any.
What if I just don't do
You
it?
don't have colon cancer. You don't have any kind of cancer that runs through your family.
What if I just don't do it?
You just don't do it. British tart, says David.
Everyone's supposed to do it, right?
However, I will tell you this: the
Poop in a box.
propofol nap is delightful. Oh, that's so
I
nice.
know. I have surgery all the
I
time.
know, it's nice. Filet of fish sandwich, says Carrie. Let's see, a glass of Chianti, my pet tarantula, and some fentanyl I brought off my dealer, says Ray.
That's strangely
That sounds
specific.
very cozy.
I like
Yeah,
that.
very, very. That's how they roll in Silicon Valley, y'all. Tax bill, says Kathy. Browser history wiping, says Eric. Is this mine to judge?
You just
Kathy with Stranger from Bumble. Very, very funny.
pap smear. She also said pap smear.
Pap smear. Somewhere along the line, I lost my ability to blank. I don't know what happened, but it's gone. Somewhere along the line, Laura types very fast. You guys know that? Somewhere along the line, I lost my ability to blank. What did I lose?
I type so fast because of College of the Desert typing class. College of the Desert. Woo!
College of the Desperate. What are they? There was the College of the Canyons in LA. Was I believe they referred to as College of the Crayons.
Yeah.
Everybody has some snarky nickname for their
Remember
community
OCC?
college.
Yeah, you know me.
OCC, yeah, you know
Yeah.
me. But OCC, actually, I
Orange
remember
Coast
this.
College. That was an actual good junior college.
It was a good junior college, and also I read in Playboy, because I only read it for the articles, that they actually had just one of the hottest student bodies in the entire country, and actually it bore out. I took a couple classes at OCC
They
just for
did
fun.
actually. Yeah.
Just stunningly beautiful people at that college.
I did not go to junior college, and I'll tell you why. I was terrified that if I stayed home and went to junior college, I would get knocked up and never leave my home.
Holy Jesus, that's dark! Wow.
I was
Jesus.
convinced that I would just be like, oh, I'm a teen mom. There you go. That's my life.
We wouldn't be here.
So I just left and never came back.
Let's see. My dad says he lost his ability to stay sober. Kathy says braless, go braless, sleep through the night. Eric lost his ability to spell. Fill my urine cup to the line, says Ray. That is a skill. Remember last week? I know, Kathy.
I know.
They blend
I
together.
know,
Am I
right?
right? You get to
I
certain
know.
ages, like, well, last week was
I
like
know.
this week. So what made it stand out? Give an actual fuck, says my mom. Nice. I like that. Remember the mushrooms, says Kathy. See, what we're doing here, kids, is just 1 hour long form improv. We start with a story.
A callback.
You
A callback.
just riff on it.
Callback.
Yeah. Let's see. Give a shit about some lady's mushrooms. Let's see. Go for a drive without yelling at somebody. Sounds like my dad.
Please hold.
Get pregnant, says Kathy.
Pick my own clothes
Shut
is
the
funny.
fuck up, says Eric. Pick my own clothes, says Scott. Fuck around and find out. All right. So is this me?
Oh, I think it's me.
This is 11. Oh, this is yeah. This one is. Oh wait, no, it is you because I called Kathy on the last one. We're all fuck.
That is a 2-year-long callback, Kathy, with Fish the Grill out of the river.
Fish the That's a deep cut, my friend.
I'm giving that one to Eric for go for a drive without yelling at someone.
Yeah, that's good.
That's me.
I think Eric speaks for all of us, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
We're on to round number 12. Let's see. If I don't get at least 7 hours of blank, I'm a mess. If I don't get at least 7 hours of blank, I am a mess.
Count the years I have worked at Pizza Hut. That's the part of the story that I
It's
really
sad.
question.
Oh, that's
Well, someone here has worked for 20 years. Yeah, okay.
now. Okay, so fair. That is absolutely a fair point that they're probably bullshitting. But what a sad thing to bullshit about. You know, the guy's been there for at least long enough to approximate. You know, like the girl didn't laugh at him, right? He didn't start last week.
I'm so surprised he didn't say. She said, "I've been ordering this pizza for 20 years." I was surprised somebody didn't get on the phone and go, "Well, someone's been making pizza for 21 years,
Right,
and
exactly,
they say that it doesn't have mushrooms."
And all of a sudden, it's devolved in like
Yeah.
some school, some playground, back and forth. My
That's-
dad could beat up
That's
your
the
dad.
story I expected. Like,
Exactly.
oh well, he's been doing that for yours plus one.
Kathy says, I'm a mess if I don't get at least 7 hours of Netflix. Honest to God, y'all, I don't know what happened because I was writing obsessively for months at a time. And I wasn't watching anything. Like it didn't even occur to me that there was television. And now I'm watching it obsessively. I am watching it absolutely obsessively there. So, and it's good time, right? There's so many good shows. I'm back to writing again. So I'm trying to find my balance is what I'm ultimately trying to do. Dear Laurel.
Scott needs alone time.
My mom says MSNBC, and that is a fact. Honestly, if you go to Nana Jan's house, MSNBC will be on always.
Ange says customer service hold music. That's my choice.
Are you giving it to Ange?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go. Nicely done, Ange.
That's my pick.
All right, we're on to round 13. Okay, here we go.
The tiebreaker should be round 3. No.
If I could choose, I'm going to make all my taxes go toward blank. If I could choose, I'd make a typo here. Burp, 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 burp. If I could choose, I'd make my taxes all go to blank. Here we go. If I could choose, I'd make all my taxes go toward blank. I think it'd be fun if we could actually itemize our taxes. I think that'd be hilarious, right? Like, well, I don't want it to go to, fucking another round of, the latest in, a stealth jet development for $1 trillion. I'd rather not.
Okay. Kathy mentioned Lost.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. I've never seen an episode of Lost.
I don't think you need to.
Not one single episode.
I don't think you need to. Yeah.
Jim and Jan watched all the episodes.
Did you guys watch the whole thing? You watched everything beginning to end? I think you did. Yeah, that sounds right.
Right?
Yeah.
No, but it was like in the late 90s, early 2000s. They were like, "Oh, we can't talk. We're watching Lost." Like that
Wait,
was
what?
when like appointment TV was a thing. Right?
When was Lost on? Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it was like it started like when we lived in San Francisco, right?
I thought it started when we lived in LA. I
Oh,
thought
I
it
don't
started
know.
in like 2004 or
Maybe.
5 or something
When
like
did
that.
Lost start?
When did-
you
hey,
tell us? In the
Alexa,
comments.
when did Lost start? Nah, she's not
She
playing.
doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, the fuck we're talking about. My mom says Mark Mullet. He's our state senator. He's a twat. He actually he's a local restaurateur. He has a combination pizza place and Ben and Jerry's. It's
Oh
called
no, he
Zeke's
sold
Pizza.
the pizza place.
He sold one of them. He still owns the other one in Sammamish. It is a combination
Oh.
franchise that I like to refer to as McMullets.
A combination
Let's go.
pizza place and
Yeah,
ice
exactly.
cream place.
Kathy says forcing retirement on McConnell. Giving a fuck one more time. My bank account. There you go. My dad would pay his taxes directly in his own bank account. Beaver Cube par excellence.
Oh, Ray's gonna establish a dildo shop and make your mom the general manager.
I think that's who else? Who else is- Let's see. And more military spending just for each branch's live band.
She would be a really good manager though, because she'd be like, "Oh, that's so great!" Like, no, I mean, she would. Every person that came in, she'd be like, "Oh my god, good for you!"
Here I am trying to like.
That's so awesome.
I think that I'm doing fine.
She's so supportive.
I think I'm doing fine with all the imagery of my dad's right hand and my mom's shoulders, and then all of a sudden, that got very real in my head.
Yeah,
the whole thing just got
it's
extremely.
Like everybody comes in and tells their sad sex stories.
All of a sudden, I'm seeing my mom wielding like a giant double donger. Like, well, I have the toy for you, kids. Boy, oh boy.
She's so supportive. She like hugs everyone.
May I interest you in some water-based lube?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, that's so great.
Oh, okay. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. That's it. I'm done.
Hold on.
Yeah. All right. Here. Good night. Good night, everybody. See you later. Oh my God.
Stefan and Lori.
Oh God. Yeah, that one's gonna leave a mark. All right, let's see what we got here. An MLN scheme. Okay. What are we even doing? I can choose to make all my taxes go toward Jan's recommendations. Oh my fucking God! It's holy God! Parental sex jokes anonymous. Yeah, yes. As Skelly's subbing in.
Here, sub in the skeleton when you're done.
Oh
you're
my
dead.
God,
You're
dead.
You're
dead.
dead.
Yeah, okay, I'm going with Jan's monthly recommendations. Eric, it's that one. Holy God, I broke a little bit of a sweat here, y'all. I gotta. Ooh wee. I'm just a square peg in a round blank. I am just a square peg in a round blank. The dog is in here. Like, what is going on exactly? Let me bring that thing in here. She's a little freaked out by the skeletons, as you can probably imagine. I'm just a square peg in a blank hole. Therapy for Stefan. Exactly. Thank you. Please give generously, Scott Coates. Yeah. And listen, I'm in regular therapy. I swear by therapy. It'll go to good use. Hairy ass. Oh boy. So Kathy says, I'm just a square peg in a well-lubed hole.
Oh no!
It's a round asshole, round hairy asshole. Bear hole. Boy. Yeah, we had a couple for my mom and Ann. She had an only moment. Bear hole. This one's yours to judge, dear Lauro, dear Lauro.
I'm giving it to Ange for bear hole.
Well, my mom had it first.
Bear hole. Oh, okay. Then I'm giving it to your mom for bear hole.
Jane Cox with bear hole.
I didn't see your. Oh, there's your mom.
And here we go with round 15. And let's see. If I could abuse any drug without consequences, it would for sure be blank. If I could abuse any drug without consequences, it would be blank. I tried modafinil recently, and it was kind of a bit of magic. It was a little bit of a hug from Jesus.
Is that for the ADHD?
Yeah, but it could. I mean, you think you can't sleep anyway? Like that is actually designed. They initially designed it for shift workers. This is where we are in a society right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a society where capitalism demands people work so much so that they are willing to develop actual drugs to keep you working. I can't actually wrap my head around this. I don't know if any of you find this as perverse as I do. If you do, slide into my DMs. Anyway, it's designed to fucking keep you awake. My child's expired Claritin.
Oh, man.
Love is the drug, says Espresso. Dave says love. Kathy says Botox. Kathy says Viagra. Charlie Ellis says, what you gonna call Trex? I like that. Very clever. Let's see. Brad Pitt's Legends of the Fall hair. The man's a drug. He was dreamy. He was a dreamy fellow. A vat of Crisco. It said Scott, but I don't think that was related. My mom says for sure cocaine. When you're down on the ground, have the bad cocaine. Let's see. Kathy says Sudafed. Paxlovid. You just plan on getting a lot of COVID, I think.
That's the antiviral, right?
Right. Dillweeds is right. Let's see.
What's up, dillweed?
Shut up, dillweed. This one is mine to judge. Let's see. I'm going to give this one to. I'm going to give this to Salter for love. Aw, that's so nice. Love is the drug for me. Okay, that was round 15. Dear Laura, who had the most points?
Oh gosh, I didn't start counting yet.
I want to say this is a two-way between Eric and Kathy.
Okay, Kathy has 1, 2.
Let's
Three,
let's play a little
4.
song.
Eric has 1, 2, 3.
Well,
4.
I resolve to eat more veggies. I resolve. What rhymes with veggies? My brain is not working fast enough.
Smedgies.
Hey, hey. It's time for resolutions. Time for resolutions. We have a so who has the most points?
It's Kathy versus Eric.
Kathy versus 4 points each. Okay, so here we go.
Unless someone comes on
Unless
and
somebody
just,
comes in and
wins
just
the whole thing. That happens.
That does. It's known to happen here on the only
I
show.
don't know.
Okay, here we go. This is between Kathy and Eric, but of course everybody's going to answer, and it's ultimately anybody's game. Why do we bother to keep score? We might as well just say, okay, we're going to play 15 rounds of this shit, and then on the 16th round, anybody can win.
Exactly.
Completely arbitrary, but here we are. I didn't make the rules, only I totally fucking did. Why did you get up this morning? Why did you get up this morning? We see you, Lou. The dog is she's giving
the dog
us the
desperately has to pee
the
right
high
now.
sign.
Right
Giving
now.
us the high sign. Why did you get up this morning?
Oh no.
Oh no! Now she's wagging her tail.
You're so sad.
Our dog can lay it on thick.
No.
Holy God, she can
No.
lay it on so thick. All right,
Just one more minute.
just
Come
one more minute.
Come on.
She doesn't understand. Let's see. Why did you get up this morning?
Come on now. Come on.
Charlie Ellis, welcome to the show, man. I'm glad you're here. We do this usually every Saturday night. We're doing it on a Sunday night tonight.
We're just doing it now because we missed Saturday.
We had a little get together last night to play Pictionary with Lauro. That's why Kathy got up
Exactly
to do that with you. Eric says my mini me would stop it.
right. Which one is your mini me?
Let's see. Wouldn't. My mini me wouldn't stop it. I see. Well, yeah.
I see.
Okay. It's. I think he means his penis.
Yeah.
No.
I think he means it's 18 inches.
Morning hugs. So, anybody else have any answers? What's it? The dog flapped its ears, says Ange. Yeah, that happens.
Mhm.
Or you could be awakened by your dog just depositing rivers of shit on your floor.
Yeah.
That is not a great way to wake
Yeah.
up.
And you know what wakes you up is the smell.
Well, yeah.
It hits you right in the face. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Bam! Just right there.
Whoa.
Yeah. Kathy says sleep apnea made me have to pee.
I thought
Right.
I thought we had an agreement where if the dog had to pee or poop, she would let us know.
David said that he considered the other choices. Eric says Netflix was calling. Yes, exactly right. Yeah, Netflix is always giving me a call to let me know that my subscription is. They're usually texting me
Yeah.
90
Your
times
subscription is
Yeah.
expired or something like that.
from an absolutely legitimate looking email address. All right, let's to clean up last night's party.
Party.
Boo. That is honest to God, it is the worst feeling in the world. Am I right? To just wake up in the morning and be like, oh God, why did we not clean up last night? Laurel and I will stay up until 4 in the fucking morning if we have to, just to make sure that we clean up. Because actually, the corollary is getting up the next morning after a party and the place is clean and like
Yeah.
the dishes are in the
You're
dishwasher. It's like,
tired, but at
oh,
least the place is clean. Right?
magic.
We'll do that. We'll clean 2 or 3 hours after our party.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
worth
we
it.
don't care.
All right, let's vote. Let's vote. Time to vote. Time to vote. But who had upvote? Who had the funniest response to why did you get up this morning? Race.
To play Pictionary with Laura.
Yeah, everybody had some
Oh my God.
fine.
When we were
answers on this one.
preparing the Christmas entertainment, we found some of the Pictionary pages from 2020.
Yeah,
We found the original mystery fish.
we did. We found the original mystery fish, y'all. Yeah, from the original only show. Yeah, back when we were doing that shit every single night.
And when, the Pictionary was one of our worst shows.
Honest to God, I hated doing the Pictionary
my
so
God,
much.
that
I
was
could
the
not
worst.
figure it out.
And people would always request it, like, "Oh, can we do that again?" And we're like, "No, I'm horrible at drawing. Makes me feel horrible about myself."
Yeah, and I couldn't scrape
Stefan
the
has a
technology
technology
together.
meltdown
Yeah,
every
goddamn
time we do it. And people would be like, "What about Pictionary?" We're like, "No."
Ironically, we could probably actually do it now. We have a dry erase board. It's exactly the right height. We could. Anybody want to play Pictionary next week? We can play fucking Pictionary. How about that? I don't know what I'm asking
You're
for.
gonna melt down.
I am. I'm totally gonna melt down. Okay, dear Laurel, who had the most up likes for? Why did you get up this morning?
The winner is Ray with "This wood wasn't gonna take care of itself."
Ray wins. Ray came, walked on. Just he pointed at the green monster.
Ray's
took
getting a
swing
clown in the mail.
Ooh, Ray's getting a clown in the mail. All right. Well,
Did not have the most points.
listen, you kids, I adore you all. This has been so much fun. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday night. I know it's a work night.
What are your resolutions?
My resolution right now is I'm going to go watch White Noise, an adaptation of a book I love on Netflix right now. And then I'm going to bed. And then we've got like meetings all day tomorrow to talk about various projects and plans and things like that. It's going to be, I'm really excited about life right now, y'all. And I'll tell you something, parts of this year have been really fucking hard. I have been absolutely just scraping the bottom of the clinical depression barrel. I'm
Both
feeling
of us, man.
great about life.
Yeah.
Laura too. So I want to thank every single one of you for being such an absolutely essential part of our lives. I love each and every one of you, and I just am so grateful for your presence. And here's to a great 2023. Let's have a lot of everything you want. Everything you want in 23. Let's have tons and tons and tons of that. Anything to say, Laura or Skelly, before we go?
It is almost my birthday.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm just looking it in the face. I'm just acknowledging it. Let's just get through it. Let's get through it.
All right. Very good.
It's 11 days till my birthday.
We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this the greatest birthday ever. Promise. All right, kids. We love you. We'll see you guys next Saturday.